Right, guys. So basically, what I've been doing today, right? Basically, it's like trying to get my. I was trying to get this keep a mini keypad thing to work with my Samsung setup. So basically, I'm playing Fortnite. I got that on Xbox Cloud Gaming as well. So basically, let me just. I just need to close down a few a few things because I want to keep it like active. Right. So there's a few things I found out today about the setup that I've got. A few good things. I kind of forgot that my monitor can go up and down. So I realized that all this time I could have had the monitor all the way down. you know, I just figured it out because my mind was like, why do you keep I was thinking to myself, why do you keep the monitor so high? I did this with the Asus ROG Ally. My first mistakes with the ROG Ally is that I used to keep the monitor in the top, and then the ROG Ally, of course, was on the JSOC stock, the one I showed you guys, right? So basically, the setup is now complete, right? So that's the VX4 Premium Wired Controller right there. Oh wait, what's this? Submit. What's happening? Okay, because I wasn't actually doing much. Okay. So basically, the way I have this set up is that this is the VX4 Premium Wired Controller, right? I told you guys you can get this for about $8 to $10 on eBay. It's quite cheap. It's got rumble. It vibrates, like in Modern Warfare, it was vibrating, or even on Fortnite. That's Fortnite Mobile. That's from Epic Games. That's cloud gaming. These are two separate entities. They're not the same. Right, so that's the VX4 Premium wire controller, the one I always talk about. I really like it because it's quite good. Right, the other thing I am using with this setup is a wired controller, mouse. And this mouse does support RGB, and these colors do change by themselves. So it's called Gaming Mouse ADX. I think the model number is M1325, okay? So it's a gaming mouse, got RGB, it's basically plug and play. It works over there. Right, so the things I was trying to get set up before was this dude here. I couldn't understand why can't I get the setup working. Check this out now. See that? The yellow light is gone. That's gone. And of course I can put the lighting on, right? And check this out. The mouse now works. I think this is totally amazing because check. I want to show you this thing because I was trying to get this to work. You see, it now works. Of course, it's a bit blurry because it's kind of zooming into this. I'm using my iPhone to record, so it's kind of focusing on the mini keypad. But this now works. You see, the yellow light's gone, and all I had to do is you have to press FN and F1 together while that little hub thing. That adapter is in the dock. Now what you have to do is you press FN and F1 together. Just press them or put them on a table because it's better if they're pressed together. Because if you're holding your hand, you don't know if you're going to press them together. You know what I mean? Put it on a flat surface and then just press the FN and F1 together like so. And then get close to wherever the dongle is on your dock and just do this while the dock is in. That adapter thing. While you're doing it, then kind of have your hand pressing on this continuously. Don't release it. Have the other hand remove the adapter and then like completely and then simply push it back in. While at the same time you're still pressing this and voila, it's now working. You see? So I'm happy with this because now I can actually search for stuff. Because I was having this issue and I didn't know how to solve it. Because I was like, I don't want to keep going near my... I've got Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 5 and I did not want to keep using the stylus. Not that there's anything wrong with the stylus because, the stylus it's there for a purpose. You tap on the screen, right? But the whole point of this was to make it as mobile as possible, that this setup should be so simple that if a friend comes to your house and says, hey, what cool gadgets do you have? And say, oh, you know what? I can actually do cloud gaming and I can play mobile games on my Samsung. You'll be like, well, everyone can do that. You can do that on the iPhone. Yes, but have you ever seen it being done on a gaming monitor? And you'll say, yes, of course. You just get the Type C to the HDMI. And there, of course, I did discover that those little hub things that you can put on your Samsung on the side, and then you can put the HDMI and power, and you can have another Type C connection. They're there. Those adapters are all over the place on Amazon and eBay. But then you could say to your friend, have you ever tried with a wired controller and a wired mouse? And on top of that, connecting that dock to HDMI on a gaming monitor. And then that dock, the same dock that's doing all this work for you, has two Type-C connections. One supports video out and the other one supports power delivery up to 100 watts. Right, so you've got a basic adapter. This adapter is not even 100 watts, it's like 67 watts, or I don't know what voltage you need or wattage you need for an adapter to power everything up. I'm just saying the one I've got is from Nothing Phone. I told you when I sold my Nothing Phone, I didn't sell it with the original adapter. I kept the adapter and the USB plug thing. I mean, the cable, I liked it because it was like transparent, and I kept it. And I gave them a black cable with the Samsung adapter. They never said anything. I still sold it. It wasn't in the box. It was graded C. So what's the point of giving them the original adapter when they're still going to give me the same amount of money for a C grade? Because there's no box. There's no manuals. You understand? So what's the point in giving them the original stuff if I'm just going to get less money? So I kept the original transparent USB-C thing. I liked the cable. And I kept the original adapter, which was a 67 watt adapter. That's what I'm currently using. That's what's powering all this setup, making everything function. Now, all I've got connected to the dock is the HDMI cable to this monitor. That's it. This monitor does use DP, DisplayPort. It's got that little SCART thing, the screws where you tie it. I don't know what that thing is called. I just call it the SCART thing. Maybe it's not the SCART, but anyway. It's got DP, it's got some USB things on it. It's an AOC gaming monitor, supports 144 hertz refresh rate. It also supports HDMI 1, 2, or something like that. Display 1, 2. I think that's how you get your 144 hertz. You have to put the display cable. I'm using HDMI. So basically, all I've got connected to the dock is the HDMI. The Type-C, obviously, with the adapter 67 watt from Nothing Phone. Like I said, that's where I sourced it from. When I bought the phone, obviously it came with the adapter. So I chose to keep it, which was a good thing because now everything's working. Now, so we've got the adapter connected with the Type-C to the power delivery because it supports 100 watts. HDMI is connected. The ADX gaming mouse is connected to the dock because it uses USB. The VX4 premium wired controller uses USB. It's connected to the dock. Now this dude here, with the adapter thing, the USB adapter thing, you see, the yellow light's gone, it's just blue now. It works, you see? Everything's working. It's working. And I'll prove it to you. You see the search bar there? Let's just say I wanted to look for edge. I start typing, you see? I'm typing it in. I'm not using the on-screen thing anymore. There you go, edge. It found edge. You see? It works. Presto. It works. FN1, take the dongle out of the dock. Well, leave that USB dongle thing. It's just a small little adapter thing that goes in the dock. And then you press FN and F1 together. Make sure it's on a table or something firm. So your fingers are pressing down on these hard because you need to really press on them. And then this hand is free. You kind of make sure the dongle comes out slightly. Keep pressing. And then pull it out completely, and then put it back in the dock without moving this thing. It needs to be on I was holding it, wasn't working, so I put it, I've got this chair thing. So I put it on wood, and then I just pressed hard on it. I pulled it out, because the dongle has to be in when you press this. Yes, it'll be flashing yellow, you'll be like, oh, it's not working. It's gonna work. It will be flashing yellow, 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 yellow. Not connected. Just keep pressing FN, F1. It's on a firm surface. You pull the dongle. The dongle needs to be in at first. It needs to be inside the dock. Pull the dongle out, and then simply, completely out, and then simply with this hand, while this is still pressing on FN and F1, put it back in the dock without moving this mini keeper, because you don't want to lose that connection. Once that happens, the yellow light's gone, and it goes blue. And now, it works. And just to prove, you see, I looked for edge. Gonna delete that now. And it's gone. See? It's working. It's now all portable. I can sit back on my bed and just play games using this dude here for searching and as a mouse. And because this cable is quite long, it's a very long cable. I can just sit back on my bed and just play games. And if I want to search for something, I can search. And if I'm not playing games, I can watch YouTube on this thing because it's a phone, isn't it? I'm just saying it's fantastic. I'm happy now because I was like, I need to get this working. Because the problem I was having is I'm just sitting right next to my phone. I can't like move the mouse. This mouse thing, yes, it's got a long thing, but where am I gonna put it on the bed? Because you need a flat surface, right, for the mouse to work. So that was kind of annoying me. And because I bought this thing and they said it works with the mobile, now I can't even use it. But there you go. It works. It's connected. Right. I'm using a Polaroid P1. This is a Bluetooth speaker. It's got the volume rocker thing. I told you guys it does use a 3.5 millimeter jack. And if you don't know what the jack looks like, well, the cable, sorry, that's the thing. If you got those older iPhones, it probably work. Or a phone with 3.5 millimeter jack or something else, it will work. If you can't connect this Bluetooth, use this. It always works. It's got Type-C for charging. It's got rainbow flags there. That's a Polaroid, Polaroid, P1. This is a P1. It's connected. It's good. You just press here Bluetooth or the Bluetooth thing here. If it's already connected, you can press there or there. And that's a volume rocket. This actually goes much louder than what my Samsung does, but I don't want it to be that loud. I'm just showing you. And when this little light goes like this, it will go off when you connect to power, or it goes green and then goes off. Don't worry, it's still connected. If it's not showing anything and it's just blank here, it's still working, okay? You can check in your Bluetooth settings, make sure, but I'm just saying it's working. All right, it's gonna make a little noise. It's gonna make a little noise when I put this in. Let's see if I can see. Went green, it's gonna go off, and that basically means it's powering, or it's, I don't know. It goes kind of green and stuff, but it's connected to my phone, right? I wanted to show you guys the dock because I feel like I keep talking about the dock without actually showing you the dock. And even though, yes, I got everything to work, but I still want to show you guys the dock just to like clarify what I'm using, because I kept telling you guys that I'm not using the JSOX dock, and I'm not trying to put the JSOX dock down. I bought this for the Asus ROG Ally, but you know, if you have a Steam Deck, this will work. If you've got a Legion Go, this will work. I don't know if it will fit there because Legion Go is quite thick, but definitely Steam Deck might work. I don't know the thickness, right? I thought this would be better because everything is in line, you know. It's got two Type-Cs, supports 100 watts, got the HDMI 4K Ethernet port and the two blue USBs. And the Type-C, that's the cable. That's the cable there. So JSOX, you see? So I thought initially that this would be a better connection. But look, you see, you can even disconnect this and just stick this there and then, you know, but it doesn't work with the phone. If I had a game console right now and I connected there and I connected the HDMI directly to the monitor, yes, it works. With a gaming device, this works. I'm not saying it doesn't work. I'm not trying to put this down. I'm just simply saying my setup didn't work with this. It's a pity because everything's in line. You know, I just thought it looked pretty cool if my phone was sitting here and I was doing things. Now the other thing I noticed is because there's a big gap here, the phone kind of sits in a weird direction. It touches on these rubber things. So you see, if it was just like sitting on this, there'll be an angle, right? So you still be able to tap the screen. Now the problem is because the phone's gonna be at an angle, it's still touching these rubber things. So I understand that they put those there for the Asus ROG Ally to protect your ROG Ally, which is cool. I had one, I sold it, but for the phone, no. It touches the screen and it just, well, what can you do if it's touching the screen? You can't use the phone. I'm just saying, I'm not putting this down because I bought it. I do like this. If I had another console, I'll use that one. But I'm not using it right now, am I? Right, so what I want to do right now is just show you guys the setup that I've got, because I keep talking about it without actually showing you guys. And I know you guys are probably thinking, you keep talking about this, but you don't show anything. Right, so there's the phone. right? That's the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 5. I used to have the 6, the pink one, but I sold it. There's the dock station. The HDMI is there. That's I think that's the mouse or the gamepad, the USB, and that's the power thing. And in the front, that's the dongle for the mini keypad, and this one is just the mouse. It's I use this because you see it's flexible, it can bend, right? So that's the JSOX thing. I mean ASOX. Sorry, the AOC monitor. Right, I'm just gonna go behind here and show you the behind view. So the HDMI is there. You see, it's got 2 ports up there. It's got 2 ports. I know you guys can't see it because I brought the monitor down, but it's got 2 ports. It's got a whole host of USB connections on this side here, just on this section here. I know you guys can't see it properly, so I'm just giving you an angle, right? So basically, it's got a lot of USB ports on there. It's got 2 HDMIs over there. It's got a DP port as well. And it's got that SCART thing, the one I keep talking about. So that's the monitor thing. I know it looks kind of wonky, but the setup works, you know? So there's the dock again. Sorry about the mess, but that's HDMI. That's the mouse or the gamepad. Or the gamepad's on in the front, but I think that's the mouse. And then that's power delivery, right? So I've got everything set up. Oh, I don't know why this dude keeps making noise. Right, so basically that's the setup. And like I said, sorry about the mess, but I think what's more important, why is this dude doing that? It's making noise. Okay, maybe he wants me to be active. Right, so I'm going to, oh, okay. It's Fortnite. Okay, it was making noise for Fortnite. Yes, I want to keep playing. I don't know why it's so bright, because it wasn't this bright before when I was playing Fortnite. So that's cloud gaming, Xbox cloud gaming. I've got Ultimate, obviously. That's mobile gaming. I'll try and show you something else that's interesting. If I can just get Epic Games up. Right, so like I said, I'm happy with the keyboard working. And I'm gonna just type in Epic. There you go, that's the Epic Games, that's the app. This, you can't get this on Galaxy Store. It used to be on the Galaxy Store, but you can't get it anymore. And you have to download the APK from any browser you guys have. And then once you download the APK, that's when you get this, you have to install Epic Games. It's like, you have to allow it because it's unknown sources, yes? And then once you allow the unknown sources, it will download onto your phone, and then you can get Fortnite. That's where you get Fortnite from. But you can also download Fortnite directly. You don't have to have this. So I'm not saying like it's impossible to get Fortnite. I don't know where Fortnite is. I can't find it on this thing. I don't really want to mess about with this. But anyway, that's Epic Games. The game will be somewhere here. I don't know. Maybe if I was using it like like, you know, if I was touching my phone, and then I'll be able to get through to what I want to do. I need to close this browser because I just want to kind of have the main things in front of me, the Edge and this. So I was trying to get this keypad working. It's now working. I'm happy about that. There's a game I saw today on Play Store called Delta Force. Now the thing is, I don't know if it's the same as the Delta Force that you know, that we all know from. If you guys know from Steam, because I played this on the Asus ROG Ally when I had one. Now I know you guys are gonna say, why did you say Asus ROG Ally? I sold it, like I said. I'm studying, doing a course that requires a lot of my attention, and I was playing too many games. The Asus ROG Ally is quite addictive. You know, it's like you can play any game you want, and I was just immersed in the games. And I was so immersed in the game that I started to lose focus on what I was doing. Like I wasn't able to focus as much on my studies. You understand? So I initially bought the Asus ROG Ally because I wanted it, and then at some point I wanted to buy the ROG Ally X. But then I thought to myself, I'm doing a degree later on this year, and of course I'm doing a course now. How am I going to get through all these courses? Because if I start doing all this stuff, then basically I'm gonna lose focus on what I'm doing, studies. You understand? So I'm not saying like I saw the Asus ROG Ally because it was a bad device. No, it's a excellent device, fantastic device. I liked it a lot, but it was just consuming so much of my time. Now I know what you guys are thinking, but you're still playing games. You're playing it on the Samsung. There's no difference. It's just like you move from platform to another platform. But there is a difference. There is a difference. On this platform, I just have Android games and I've got cloud gaming. That's it. I don't have Steam. I don't have GOG. I don't have Epic Games. I got none of that. There's no free games on this. You have to pay for all of this stuff unless you actually downloading the games from the Play Store. But what I'm saying is there's not so much there's not a lot of games that I could actually play on Android because I only play War Robots, Fortnite, Warzone Mobile. I used to play Call of Duty. I don't play that much these days because of Warzone Mobile. It's just a better version for me. I prefer Warzone Mobile. So I stopped playing Call of Duty. I used to play PUBG. Like I told you, I used to map controllers and make games with that. I might do it now because I've got a Samsung Z Fold 5. But the thing is, I don't know if it'll work in DeX because DeX actually tells you that there's certain apps that will not work on what will work on the Samsung directly. Because I could just play the game with, if I had a DualSense controller, I would just be like, guys, you know what? Gonna disconnect this because you have to, even if you try to exit DeX with a Type-C in it, the phone, it doesn't automatically disconnect. That's the problem. You have to disconnect the cable. It's just one Type-C cable, but it's just a it's inconvenience because I don't have the DualSense controller anyway. Don't have a PS5 gamepad. I do have a backbone for my iPhone. I wanted to sell the backbone, but I'm too attached to this thing. This is the backbone. I like this thing, man. This thing is nice, you know. You stretch it out, you put your phone in this thing. That's the backbone. You understand? So this is for the phone I'm using to record is the one I play games on. I play I was playing Warzone Mobile, but recently I decided to stop because, like I said, I was just getting, when I get into a game, I can stay on this game forever, So I wasn't being serious with my coursework, and I felt like gaming will always be there, and I can always game at a later time. So, but studies, I have to focus somehow. So what led me to buying the Samsung Z Fold 5? I was looking for a tablet. I had a laptop. I had the netbook, the GeoBook. I sold that. It had an Intel HD 500. I had a Asus ROG Ally. Sold that. I wanted something that I could multitask with, but at the same time, I wanted something that would be productive in ways that I could use it for my schoolwork, which I can, because the Samsung with DeX, I can run multiple apps at the same time. So I can actually have one browser here at the edge and Firefox or Chrome or whatever browser you guys like using. You can have them side by side. So what I do now is that I'll be looking over here for the questions of what the modules are. I'm doing philosophy, right? So there's certain things that have been said. I can read all the stuff here. And then on this section, on the other website, I'm actually answering. It's like multiple choice. So I just have to answer what they are asking about. So you have to do a lot of reading. You can't be gaming and then say, oh, I'll do my work. I'll first game for 5 hours and then I'll study. It doesn't work like you'll be so tired. You won't be able to do you won't be able to focus. So what I do is I wanted to limit the kind of games I could play. So why get Ultimate? Well, I got Ultimate, but eventually I might not even be playing all these games that you see me playing now because I just wanted to see if it worked on my Samsung. Of course, I've used cloud gaming before on Samsung. I played on the 14 Pro Max as well when I had one before I sold it. But what I'm saying is I wanted an experience to see if it worked, and it does work. And it's not expensive. Ultimate is only like $14 a month or 15, I don't know, 15, $14 a month. It's not expensive. And you've got an access to a wide range of games that you never have to physically buy. Unless you on Steam and you have to buy the game. Or there's in-app purchases, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, even if I didn't pay for Ultimate, I still have access to Fortnite. So that's the whole point. I don't play Fortnite like every day. I'm not addicted to playing Fortnite. But what I'm saying is I have the mobile version, that's Android right there, and I've got War Robots that I can download because I've got lots of things that I do play on War Robots. But I wanted to limit the gaming time. So I've just got Fortnite. That's it. That's it. It's not like I've got a huge array of games that I can play. Now I know you guys are probably like, fine, but you still got Ultimate. You can still play Doom, Dark Ages, and all that. But yeah, but it's not consistent. It's not like I'm on this every day. I'm not doing that. When I want to do my coursework, I stop. Well, I don't cancel that because I still need that, to be active. But this I can just close. That's a game. It's installed on my phone, so it's not a huge issue. Um, I think for me it's just like when I need to take a break from reading. I told you guys I've got I've got a problem with focusing on things, and right now I'm under a lot of pressure because I have to do these studies, these modules, and then you've got people that just want to disturb you all the time. It's just a lot of inconsistency. People trying to tell you, oh, you should watch this video on the course you're doing on philosophy. And I'm like, why do you have to get involved in a course that you don't know anything about? You know what I mean? It's like philosophy is a wide range of things like history, religion, the community, the society, if God exists, and the existence of God, and all this stuff. It's a wide range of things that I'm going through reading. And someone's coming to disturb you and like, oh, you just watch this thing. Oh, watch this about this person. I'm like, it's got nothing to do with my course. It's got nothing to do with my modules. It's got nothing to do with philosophy. It's got nothing to do with the modules, the case study that I'm studying. Nothing to do with the history. Why should I watch something that's just going to veer me off my course? What's the point? I just hate people that just want to stick their fingers and their hands and their mindset, their negative mindset on me. And I'm like, why don't you go and watch it then? You know what I mean? I'm not like someone who doesn't listen. I do listen. But if what you're telling me has nothing to do with my course, then why should I watch it? You see, I don't like people who bring stuff like, oh, watch this history about this ancient society. And I'm like, it's got nothing to do with the course I'm doing. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. You're just veering me off to a useless direction. Sorry to say it this way, but you're veering me off to a worthless direction that has nothing to do with the course I'm doing. Now, if the person said, oh, you're studying philosophy, this person existed during this period in history, it does relate to what you're studying, and I think it's a great idea if you watch this, then I'll say, fantastic. You're a good friend because you understand what I'm doing. You understand the philosophy, you understand the history, you understand the society and the religion, and because religion plays a huge part, a culture, tradition. It's a huge range of stuff that I'm studying. The laws at the time with the history. You know what I mean? I like people that encourage you in a positive way, not bring negative stuff. Hey, you should watch this. You should don't watch that. You just point everywhere, and I'm like, why don't you go and watch it then? If you're so interested in that, you go and watch it. That's got nothing to do with what I'm studying. you know, some people you just feel like opening the door and saying, "Can you leave? Just go away for a while." It's sunny these days. Take a walk in the park. Let the fresh air. Breathe in some fresh air. Go and drink Coca-Cola, or Pepsi, or something. Just spend the whole day outside, far away from it, and then later on come and we can talk. Maybe you needed some fresh air. You need to relax a bit. I don't know. Some people are just wound up, man. It's just like, oh, you should watch this, and I'm like, what does it have to do with what I'm studying? You see, I'm trying to take my studies seriously. You're bringing nonsense. Look at this history. I'm like, what does it have to do with the history of Rome? Or, that's what I'm studying. What does it have to do with Rome? Nothing. It's on the other side of the world. It's in Asia. So what does it have to do with Rome? Nothing. So why do you want me to watch it? I thought it was interesting. But it's got nothing to do with the course I'm doing. I'm trying to be serious. Okay. I'll just, they move away. They come back a few minutes later with the same. I don't want to say it's dumb or something, but it's like, what's wrong with these people? Like, if I'm studying about Rome and I'm learning the history and the philosophers of the time of Rome, why don't you talk about Rome? I even tell these people, this is what I'm doing. Are they even watching it? They come and they see what I'm doing. Like, oh, okay, he's studying Rome. I'm like, yeah, but it's not just Rome. It's the whole world, where Rome fits, where Africa fits, where Europeans fit, where America fits, or whatever America was called at that time. You know what I mean? I really hate people who come with their negative. They see you're doing something positive and they don't like it. Like, oh, you're trying to be positive. You're trying to make something of yourself. And I'm like, what does that have to do with you? If you don't like it, you can do one. You just go away. You know what I mean? It's just, I'm sorry to talk about it. It's just, these people are so annoying. They annoy the hell out of me. And sometimes I just ignore them. It just, someone trying to talk to you and communicate, you just ignore them because it's just negative vibes from these people. They try to drag you down to their level, and I'm like, I just think to myself, one day I will be on the top and you'll be at the bottom, and then we'll see where we fit in society. You know what I mean? It's like those kind of people that don't want you to make something of yourself. You have to be lower than them so they can control you. We want to control you, control your mind, control your behavior, control your attitude. And I'm like, if you're trying to control me and your life is messed up, then what does that say about you? These are narcissists, narcissistic people. You understand? They have this negative outlook on life, on society. Oh my God. Oh damn. Look what happened. Oh my God. Oh wow. It's gone into this one. I'm wondering what game it's gone into. You see, this is why I don't like people that disturb me when I'm doing something. Okay, it's gone to Fortnite. No, but it's gonna have an issue. Because you know why? The account here and there is the same. Sorry. It's the same account. Oh, that's amazing. But it's the same account. It's crazy. Check this out. Look at them. What she's wearing, guitar. Even the name is the same. I'm surprised they didn't kick me out. These are exactly the same. Oh my God, where's the mouse? Oh, that's connected. Right, I don't know if I can jump out of this game. Right, let me jump out of this Fortnite. This is the same account. Yeah, you see? It's the same account. It didn't even ask me like the questionnaire thing and all that stuff. What? You see, it locked me out. Look, you see? I told you. What did I say? It's the same account. It says relaunch. Successfully logged out. So I told you. This is why I hate people that try to get into my head and do nonsense and talk rubbish. And then, sorry to say it that way, but just dumb people. Dumb people who have nothing better to do but just ruin other people's lives. But I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say it that way. It's just, these people have been annoying me since last year, Sometimes I think they're aliens. Like, they don't know what society is all about. Like, which planet do you come from? Are you from Earth? Do you understand what's going on in the world? Cost of living, like recession, all these things. Why not focus on yourself? Make yourself a better person. Before you try to change someone, make yourself better. Then you can come and talk to me. It's just negative things. Negativity. Yes, look at the world, it's like this. And I'm like, I know this. I don't want to look at the world that way. I want to look at the world from a positive outlook, because that's going to motivate me to become a better person. Why would I want to look at the world from a negative point outlook just because your life is shitty? Sorry to say it that way, but that's how it is. If your life is crap because you don't like society, then go and stick it where the sun doesn't shine. You know what I mean? But these people have a problem. It's just constantly coming to me. Watch this. I just, sometimes I think to myself, if I just ignore them and I watch something else, maybe they'll leave me alone. Maybe one day I'll just open my eyes and there'll be no one to disturb me. I'll still be in this world, you know what I mean? But they'll be gone. And I'll be like, thank God, thank you. God is just send an angel into my house and kick them out. Get out. I'm just talking about people. Oh my God. All right, let's see if I can get back into this. It says relaunch. Man, I don't know what happened. You know what I think it might have happened? I think it's because the mouse, with the mini keypad, because obviously it must have moved a bit. Because if you tap here, then you use my Premium 4 wide controller. Then basically it thinks that I want a cloud game. And I think that's what happened. See, it's reconnected me. Right, so where's the sound? Okay. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't mean to talk about this, but it's been irritating me since last year. Certain people come into your life and all they have is negativity. They're not positive people. I hate negative people. They live in a negative world and they're trying to suck you into that negative world. Just because your life didn't work out, or the things in your world or whatever planet you come from are messed up, doesn't mean that we're the same. We're not the same. Just because I live in this world and the world is difficult and the world is hard and things are not always moving in my direction, I don't blame anyone for it. You know what I mean? I don't blame anyone. It's the world I live in. What can we do? I'm not God. I can't change anything. You get these negative people who have nothing better to do but just spoil other people's lives. I know how to talk negative. Why don't you watch this? Why aren't you doing this? And I'm like, why don't you leave me alone? Yeah, go and sort out your own life first, and then you can come and talk to me. When your life is better, and when your life is better, then you can come and talk to me. Sorry, I didn't mean to talk about this during the gameplay. It's just certain people really annoy the hell out of me. Okay, so basically, this is the Epic Games app. You need to go Google this. If you got Chrome, Firefox, if you've got, I think, Brave or Escocia, whatever, or Opera GX, because I think that's a game browser. Whatever browser you use, just type in Epic Games. That's EPIC Games is GAMES. And then all you do is on Google, it should just start showing you different sites. But what you're looking for is the APK. So if you just type Fortnite, it's probably going to think you just after everything. So what you want to do is you want to type in Epic Games APK. Now, the reason for the APK is so that at least the internet will understand that what you're after is the actual application for Android, because it's only Android that actually uses the APKs. You understand? So if you just type in whatever you like, I mean, if you're not serious about looking for the actual app that's going to help you to put in Fortnite, then there'll be no point for you to actually search for it. You understand what I mean? Because it's just going to give you lots of websites. It might even say APK. I'm not saying it wouldn't, but I'm just saying to simplify your life, make things easier, just type APK, and that's it. And then what you want to do is once you're installing this APK, Epic Games, what you want to do afterwards is the application is probably going to say it needs to install. Like I think it's called unknown sources. So all you got to do is it will give you the options for permissions. You need to allow it to install, because if you don't, it will not install the app. It will still be downloaded onto your Android phone, so you can still go into your file folder, look into downloads, and it will be there. That's where your APK will be. So don't worry about it. I know you probably think, oh, it downloaded, but I've got no access. If you got Android and it's a APK, it's meant for Android. All right. So APKs are only for Android phones, and what you want to do is basically install it, or if you don't install it at that time, do not worry. Just look for a file folder on your phone. If you don't have one, go to Play Store and look for one. And all you're going to do on that file folder basically is tap on it on your phone and look for where it says downloads. Okay. And in downloads, tap on downloads. You will definitely see Epic Games APK. Tap on it. It will ask again for permission to install. Okay. Allow the permission to install, and it will install the APK. APK will change to APP, which is app. And then when you tap on it again, it will ask you to sign into your Epic Games account. Once you sign into your Epic Games, if you don't have an Epic Games account, it will allow you to create one. Okay? Then you sign in, verify your emails or whatever. If you've got Epic Games account already, just sign in. And then you should find Fortnite. Is usually the first game you find. There's Fall Guys, Fortnite, and I think there's that rocket football thing with the cars. So that's quite popular. That's always there on Epic Games. Why am I suggesting Epic Games instead of just typing Fortnite APK or Fortnite? Because most of the time it just comes out as an APK, especially if you're using an Android phone. The reason why I said Epic Games is because you do get more out of the Epic Games APK, which after you install it, it will become an APP, which is an app, and it will be usable on your phone. And once you've installed it, that's it. You know it's an application. It's just like any other app you download from Play Store. Now, why download the Epic Games app instead of the Fortnite? If you download Fortnite, you just get Fortnite. You understand? You won't get any other games. If you download Epic Games, the app itself, then you will actually get other games. Okay, so you could just type in Fortnite, not a problem. But if you are somebody who definitely wants to download Fall Guys, I think Fall Guys, you know that game where people are just running under those obstacles, and sometimes they do fall down, and whoever makes it to the end wins. So if you want to download that game, or the Rocket League, the one I'm talking about, which has got the cars, if you're interested in those type of games, you need to install Epic Games Launcher, because if you don't, you will not have access to that. You will just have access to Fortnite, and that's it. So that's why I suggest downloading Epic Games. There are also other games in there. It's not just about about Fortnite. There are other games besides the Rocket League. Oh, what the hell? Got no more fuel. Look at this, how steep this is. I was thinking I wasn't gonna make it. Right, oh wait, someone here. Someone's up there. What's this person doing? Or did they jump off? Ah, damn, where did they go? Where's this person gone? Right, so basically, if you download the Epic Games APK, after it downloads, it will probably ask to install. You need to allow the permission. If you don't, it does go to your downloads folder in your in files. If you don't have a file folder, you can download a free one, usually from Play Store for free. And then once it's installed, that file folder, you need to tap on it, open that up, go into downloads. You'll have different files, photos and all that stuff, but you're looking for downloads. That's where the APK will be. It'll still ask for permission because it still needs to install as an unknown source, because it's not coming from the Play Store or from the Galaxy Store, depending on what kind of game you've got. And once you've installed it from the APP, it will become a app. Okay, the APP. So it changes from APK to APP. Why? Because if from the website, from the internet, it just I don't know why, but it's just called an APK, and then once it's installed, it'll be an APP, an app. That means you can just use it whenever you like. You don't have to keep allowing the permission. You understand? It's just a one-time thing, just to install the app. Okay, to install the APK, which becomes an app. I'm just trying to simplify it for you. Install Epic Games, because once you install Epic Games, you will have access to Fall Guys and to what other games that are currently available. So that is the benefit of installing Epic Games. If you just install Fortnite, like I said, you just have access to Fortnite, and that's basically it. Where are people? I don't understand this thing. Okay, there's a wall here. People built a wall. Are they down there? That's what I'm wondering. Oh. Oh, I made it. Whoa, I made it. I made it. I made it. Oh, what the? Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Oh. No, you see, I'm kind of stuck here. Oh, no. I do not want to go. Oh, check out this is. Oh, come on. Let's go. Oh, nope, that was not gonna move. Right, so after you install the APK, it becomes an app, and once the app is installed on your phone, you can use it like a regular app, like it's almost like you've downloaded it from the Play Store. Okay, so it doesn't harm your phone. It's just going to allow you to have access to other games. If you just install Fortnite APK and it becomes an app, you just have the Fortnite as a game, and that's it. You won't have access to the other games. Like I keep saying, Epic Games does have Fall Guys, Rocket League. It's got other games. There's a lot of games that Epic makes besides Fortnite. So that's why I keep saying, if you want access to the other games that that Epic Games has, for mobile games, you need to install the actual Epic Games APK, which becomes an app after you install it, after you give it permission. For Fortnite, it wanted about 13.1 gigabyte. Why so big? I don't know. I think it's because from the time that I had Fortnite, you have to understand, from the time I had Fortnite, I've had Fortnite since for such a long time. I've always had the same account. So I'm not sure if it's every time you like play Fortnite, if it's just collecting updates upon updates, or is it like actually keeping certain like details about where you are in the game, like your battle passes and stuff. So I think it kind of, because there's some battle passes that I still have from previous updates of the game Fortnite that are still active today. And if I was to get a battle pass, I would have been getting those rewards from the other battle passes. So I think it's more or less like those battle passes are kind of what you're actually installing, because it did want 13.1 gigabytes, quite big. So I'm just saying that I think it's like that. I'm not saying it is, because I can't really think about why else it wanted 13.1 gigabytes, but that's what it wanted initially. So at the end of the day, I just thought, you know what, I want the game. I do want to test this on Dex, so that's why it's here. Come on, man. These people are jumping a lot. Right, so basically what I'm saying is I got the Samsung Z Fold 5 for multitasking, communication, and to do my coursework, which, like I said, I can multitask because I can run 2 browsers at the same time, even 4 or 5 browsers. It's not limited to 2. The only reason I'm saying 2 is because with one browser I read, and then the other browser I'm looking at coursework, and I'm answering, it's a multiple choice questions. Damn. So it's like it's helping me a lot. And the only problem I was having today was the basic fact that the mini keypad wasn't working. Now, I know what you're probably thinking, but you can just tap the screen. Yes, you can, but after a while, your back hurts. And, if you keep bending and, I'm at a certain age. I'm not young. I'm kind of old. I'm not that old, but you know what I mean. It's like after a while, your back starts hurting, I just didn't see the point of why should I keep leaning forward to damn, these people are quite far away. Why should I keep leaning forward to use why should I keep leaning forward to use the touchscreen on my phone when I have a mini keypad that has the capacity of actually, I've got a mini keypad that has all the functional keys, multimedia keys. It's got all the FN keys. It's got A, B's, A to Z's, all the letters and all that stuff. Why am I subjugating myself to the torture of bending my back consistently just to touch the screen when I have a mini keypad that's got all of the letters of the alphabet, all the FN keys? It just didn't make sense to me. And like I said, if you keep bending your back, after a while, especially at my age, you start feeling it. It starts getting painful. And I'm like, I didn't buy this for torture. It's like torture. It's like I keep bending my back. And I'm like, nah, man, this isn't making sense. You understand? Because I have to reach my phone. So when I'm saying bending the back, I mean I have to keep reaching my phone somehow because you have to keep tapping the screen. And on top of that, you have to use the stylus, because if you tap the phone hard enough, you start moving the phone backwards. And what does that do? You start having to pull your hand much closer to the phone, which becomes senseless. So I thought, no, I'm not doing this way. I definitely need a solution. You understand? You keep tapping the phone. It's a screen, isn't it? It's not really on a holder. There's nothing holding. It's just a stand that I bought for a different phone. So every time you tap the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 5, you tap the screen, the phone moves back. Tap the screen. You see the distance? Imagine doing this the whole day just to tap. So I was like, no, I need a solution. That's why I said I was trying to get this working, and now it works. How do you know it's working? Because that yellow light isn't flashing anymore. If you watch my other videos, it was flashing a lot. It's not flashing anymore. That means it's working. And I can even show you. There's the mouse. See? It's working. Why is that important? Because I got a physical mouse. I got this dude here, the ADX gaming mouse. The problem with this is the wired, and obviously it needs a flat surface to work. Right. So I have the gamepad, the VX4 premium wired controller. That's for gaming. It's got this cable's very long. I can sit down on my bed, no problem. But I didn't see myself just tapping the screen with the stylus. I need to select something. I need to press for something, tap the screen. And what's the phone doing? It's moving back. And I have to start stretching. And what does that do? You're bending your back. And your back's getting painful. And you're thinking, this is a torture device now. Because I'm now putting myself through all this pressure to just tap the screen. Whereas I've got the mini keyboard. And I'm thinking, why did I buy this? Because this thing says it connects to mobile. So I needed this to work, and I'm happy. That's why I'm saying to you guys, if you got this, it does work on your phone. And if someone says it doesn't, show them my video and say, what is he doing there? Well, he's typing. He's actually moving the mouse. It does work. You see? Don't listen to people, negative people. Be positive. Be loving. There, it works. There, that's a mini keypad. This works on there. It works. Don't listen to negative people. You understand? It's working. Right. I'll make another video, guys.